Macmillan Audio presents The Militia House by John Milas. Read for you by Davis Brooks. There were no roads in the Helmand province in 2010, except for the ring road, which didn't go to any of the places we needed to get to. Jeff Clement. Let us begin with the bad little specimen. Nicki Minaj. Part 1. Chapter 1. A dog walks up to the guard post, with half its face stuck full of porcupine quills. We hear it stumbling in the gravel behind us. Blount gasps when the red light of his moonbeam finds the black and white quills in the side of the dog's face. All I can think in the moment is this: I am not a compassionate person. I didn't come here to help. Not people, and not dogs. The needles are twice the length of a pencil, clustered hideously across the side of a furry white face. Some of the quills have barely missed an eye. Then a cloud of flies swarms into the guard post. They buzz and whine in our ears. We're used to the flies here, but this is more than usual. Blount raises a gloved hand and swats them out of his face. I hold my M16 steady with one hand and use the other to swat flies away. This is our first night on duty in Kajaki. The dog looks from me to Blount and then back to me as if there's still something we could do to help. But if we weren't getting attacked by bugs right now, it's not like we have a vet hospital here. Fob Z, where we live, doesn't have a clinic for hurt dogs. Most fobs don't. Probably not even Camp Leatherhead or Dalaram 2. And you don't get medals for saving dogs anyway. People shoot them sometimes, and it's not always out of necessity. The white dog moseys around the guard post and watches us. We must look like idiots as we try to avoid the porcupine quills and swat at the flies buzzing around our helmets. Then, for no reason, the dog walks away. Through the space between the back gate and the wall, and out along the dirt road ahead of the guard post and into the dark. Blount clicks off his moonbeam after the dog leaves. The road from the back gate leads all the way to the green zone, but I doubt the dog will walk that far. The green zone is where the Royal Marines go to fight the terrorists. The flies scatter once the dog is gone, and then a pack of jackals begins howling near the old barracks that sits abandoned along the road. I've been watching that old concrete building out there from the moment we started our shift. I figure it's an old barracks because of all the windows, and it's plain and rectangular, designed for efficiency, a place where enlisted people used to live. Blount and I had only been on post a few minutes before the barracks seemed to materialize from the shadows, as if it had not been there a moment sooner. Or at least that's how my eyes tricked me as they adjusted in the dark. "God damn," Blount says after the flies clear out and the jackal's howling dies back down. "Scorpions in our house, hornets as big as crawdads, screaming jackals, and giant porcupines." Blount's a tall, goofy motherfucker, and I don't know him very well yet. Someone in the platoon told me his grandfather owns a chain of grocery stores in the South, but I haven't asked him about that. He whistles a weird cat call to himself, and I know I'm supposed to tell him not to make noise on duty, but I'm distracted too. I'm just as freaked out as he is. I've never seen shit like that dog before. When I was a kid, my family took our dog to the vet to put her down. There was another dog at the clinic with quills in its muzzle, but they were small. Nothing like the ones tonight. How were we supposed to know there were giant porcupines here? Giant porcupines, I say. Another thing we weren't ready for. We've been in this war almost 9 years, and we still don't know what we're doing. We weren't prepared for Kajaki. On our first night here earlier this week, we carried our gear to an empty house within the walls of Fob Z. The Soviets used it in the 80s, and now it's our turn. We found graffiti all over the walls and scorpions skittering around.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?